What's happening? What's happening? What's happening? It's your girl Lottie checking in with another video. Today, I'm going to talk about, I would say, one of the worst mental spaces of my life. This was basically around when COVID happened. I believe COVID came around, I think March 2020. When that came around, it was some changes with my job. I was in a relationship. The relationship, just in general, it was an unhealthy relationship. Like, just off the bat with that, in that relationship, it was unhealthy. Mentally, I just always was always stressed. In that relationship, there was I feel like there was never times when I feel like there was never like a full week where I wasn't like stressed. Like, it was like an everyday thing. And I feel like stress is definitely normal, but to the point where it's chronic stress, it's a problem. And in that relationship, it was chronic stress. And this was actually, I guess this was actually kind of early, or maybe closer to the halfway mark of the relationship. So in a relationship, COVID happened. Everything was shutting down. My job, we ended up having to basically start working from home. Doing that months, well, I don't even think it was immediate. So honestly, because of like different health conditions, I really was worried when it came to just being around and getting people who may have contacted it and potentially getting it myself. So I was still going in office. Months went by. Finally started working from home. And then there was basically a shift with my job. And basically I was working at a call center at this point. And at call centers, I'm not sure if it's everyone. Cause some call centers, they're like directly for that specific company. The call center I was working with, it was like a general call center that worked with a couple different companies. So I was working with one company for some time, and with COVID-19, and then also just the season that it was in, I don't believe the call volume for it was high, but a call volume for a different program, because there was a lot of people on unemployment. So they ended up putting me with a job related to people's unemployment benefits, basically. So honestly, that job was honestly stressful, bro. It was like no breaks. Like, I went from a job that had breaks in between. Like, I had a little bit of free time. It was like no breaks with this job, bro. It was back to back to back. But the plus side to it was I was making more money. So I said, oh yeah, more money. And me, I don't like cooking. Now, plus I make my meal preps. And then it's like I know how to cook, but I don't like cooking. Like, I would quickly buy food out. I was in college, or I had just got out, but I was still like living in that area. So I'm eating out, or I was eating out. Like, my money increased. So the more my money increased, the more I was eating out. So I was eating out every day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day, basically. And the only time I really ate cooked meals was when she cooked. So during this period of time, like, my normal weight I was at for like the longest time was basically like 315, around that mark. And basically through this period of COVID-19, constantly eating out, clearly not working out, clearly not eating good because I'm eating out, and wings, burgers, Jamaican food, pizza, every single day. Throughout this period, and also working from home at a certain point, not immediately, but that was in a mix too. I ended up gaining 100 pounds. 100 pounds. This is, that was the highest weight I have ever been in my life. I did not like how I looked. I felt like in that moment, in that time, I was also in not the best mental space either. Like, I was in a constant bad mental space for years, regardless. But a horrible mental space. I gained all that weight. I honestly, I hated taking pictures. Like, I don't, like, I force myself to take pictures now. Because I want the memories. And I think I'm cute. Period. But, like, I did not like taking pictures, and honestly, I'm gonna add some pictures to the video, and you'll see it on the thumbnail too. Just going back and looking at those pictures, I honestly just thank God for where I am today. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm not where I was, and I'm so happy. That person did not know her worth. She absolutely did not know her worth, because she wouldn't have been dealing with a lot of things that she was dealing with, and she would have been taking better care of herself. My body at the time, it felt horrible too. Like, I never really had knee pain like that, and that was like one of the first times I really started experiencing knee pains. I think back pain too. Like, I never really experienced these things until I got to that weight, and I honestly felt so horrible on the inside at that time, because I honestly hated how I looked. And once again, just looking back at those pictures, I'm so happy with how far God has brought me today. I thank God I'm not there anymore. I thank God for where I am going, because life is all about a marathon. No matter, how do I word this? I feel like no matter your size, you should still have a level of confidence. But, like, when you're plus size, there's, like, I feel like at least for me, at certain weights I have more confidence. At that weight, absolutely not. And I'm saying all this to say, like, if you truly do not like how you look, if you do not like how you feel about yourself, you owe it to yourself. You owe it to yourself to pour into yourself, to love on yourself, to fill your cup, to work towards filling that cup. You are worthy of a filled cup. You are worthy of being in better shape. You are worthy of being and having beautiful health. Don't be stagnant and just accept where you are. Sometimes, I know me, it's hard to pull yourself out of those situations, but once you have pulled yourself out of that situation, you do not look back. Only going forward is the only way to go. That's the only way to go. And that honestly just was mentally one of the worst times, and physically one of the worst times in my life, because I also experienced a lot of different health conditions at that time too. But I would say one thing that actually helped to relieve some of the things I was feeling was a coworker. She told me about a 10 green day smoothie fast by what's her name? JJ Smith? Ooh, I think 10-day green smoothie cleanse. You drink a green smoothie for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and it's basically all healthy snacks, no sugar, no caffeine, straight water, the green smoothies, fruit and nuts as snacks, and then boiled eggs and tuna as snacks as well. I did that, and I lost 20 pounds, 10 days, and honestly, that was the highlight of that period of my life. Just being being committed to those 10 days, because it honestly, it was a lot. But I was committed, and I did it by myself. I was seeking more support from my partner at the time, but didn't end up getting it. Um, I did it by myself, and it honestly was the best thing I did for myself at the time, because I did lose weight. Um, and I think I gained some of that weight back, but the majority of it, I believe, I did keep it off. So that honestly, I guess that was basically um 2021. I would say, I think it was towards the end of it, or maybe early 2022. I'm sorry. That was the beginning of, I guess, this journey I'm currently on. Clearly, I was not consistent. I lost some weight, but with me, I've been on and off, on and off, on and off, but I've been like that for years. But that was, I would say, the first commitment, but it was just like a diet. So it's like you you do those 10 things and then you're back to yourself. That's why a lot of people be like diets and these 10-day things and these 20, 30 day challenges. It's like they're not sustainable, because you're only committing to those days, and after those days you're going to go back to how you normally were. um so me currently lifestyle change. But once again, I thank God for bringing me out of this. Just looking back at the times, like I really gained 100 pounds in basically a year. 100 pounds in a year, and it's really crazy to say, but I did. Could have been a little more than a year, but basically I was a good consistent like 315, between 315 317, and in a year or more I was basically 417. And just the thought of that is honestly disheartening. It's truly disheartening, but I am honestly, I'm just, once again, I'm so happy of the person that I am today. I thank God for the journey that I am on right now. I'm going to keep going, pushing forward, and I encourage you to do this. Like I was saying, I just encourage everyone to be persistent, push forward despite adversities, and do not give up on yourself. You are worthy of so much. You are worthy of the life that you want and need, and so much more. So don't give up on yourself. Keep striving for greatness. Keep being persistent. Keep achieving goals. Keep pushing forward. Don't give up on yourself.